Hello and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm NHL 22 Gaming World Champion, top 8 finalist SAP Alien, and in today's video I'm going to look over some cheap, low overall players that should be on your budget team. These cards aren't going to be game breaking like a Lemieux or a McDavid, but they'll be able to fill some holes in your lineup. Hopefully by the end of this video you can find a card to try and use on your own team. Ready? Let's go. First up, we have the Hut 23 Filip Forsberg. Filip Forsberg is 6'2", 205 pounds, and has the Dangle City Synergy. Dangle City Synergy will give a +3 to deking, discipline, hand-eye, and slap shot accuracy. This card will also help you with the Teuvo Teravainen grind, which is the 344 games required to get the 88 Master Set Teuvo Teravainen. Now with Filip Forsberg, his skating feels great. 87 acceleration, 86 speed on a 6'2" player. Very, very good. His balance is average, but his build helps with that, along with his strength stat. His shooting, his wrist shot in particular, is great for a card of this overall. 87 accuracy, especially with that size when you're going to be able to take a lot of bumps and then shoot coming, getting out of contact and whatnot. His slap shot is average. You're not going to take a lot of slap shots anyway unless it's a one-timer, but it would be nice if he had a slap shot equal to his wrist shot. His hands are great, 87 deking, which can go up to 90 with Dangle Synergy. His offensive awareness is 88, hand-eye and passing are 87, his puck control is 86, so when you take that puck control, you pair that with the balance and strength, this is a card that's going to be very hard to bump off. Body checking, he has hard times body checking players. However, because of his build and his strength modifier stat, he can still hit players that are around his size. Defensively, he's an average defensive winger. It says he's a two-way forward, but honestly, he's kind of like a power forward sniper hybrid. This is a very good card, and his cost is relatively cheap for a card that plays great, only 9,000. Next up, we have 82 Hut 23 Anthony Mantha. Anthony Mantha is a big boy, 6'5", 234 pounds with the Gladiator Synergy. Gladiator is going to give Mantha, who is already a large man, an extra +2 to body checking, +2 to endurance, +3 to shot blocking, +2 to strength, and +2 to wrist shot power. Anthony Mantha moves extremely well for a big man. He doesn't feel like a slug at all. 85 acceleration, 85 speed will allow him to keep up with even some of the players that are 6'1 or 6'2", 200 pounds. His balance is 85, which when you pair that with his size and his strength, turns him into an elite power forward. It says sniper, he is a power forward. You cannot knock Anthony Mantha off the puck unless you have some momentum behind your body check. Big Rig, the ability Big Rig can add another layer of protection against these hits for Mantha. His shooting attributes are passable, but with Mantha, most of his shots will be close to the net anyway, so it's not really going to matter that he only has 82 accuracy. His power is fine for his shooting, and with his hands, they're average. It's 82, but again, with Mantha, your job is to just shield off hits with his size and deflect pucks and get rebounds. Physically, his body checking stat's actually a bit low, but his strength more than makes up for it. He will destroy players, especially any player that's smaller than him. Defensively, he's lacking, but again, he's a right winger who's listed as a sniper, and his size is going to help with defense a bit anyway. Shot blocking stat is very low, doesn't really matter though. His stick checking is adequate. You'll be able to reach out with a 6'5" frame and poke some pucks. Overall, fantastic card. Third on the list is another Hut 23 card. This time it's 84 overall, Jordan Kyrou from the St. Louis Blues. Jordan Kyrou is 6'1", 195 pounds with Dangle City Synergy. Of course, Dangle City, as we touched on earlier, gives a +3 to deking, +2 to discipline, hand-eye, and slap shot accuracy. Kyrou is the best skater amongst the forwards on this list. He flies like the wind. 89 acceleration, 88 agility, 89 speed. His endurance and his balance will hold him back a little bit, but Kyrou is a straight line player. You're going north to south with this player, and that's about it. It's about just sprints. It's not a marathon with Kyrou. His shot is average, 85 wrist shot, accuracy, 84 power. It'll get the job done. Hands are above average, 90 deking, which can get up to 93. 89 offensive awareness, 86 hand-eye, 90 passing, 89 puck control. You're not going to see a lot of forwards at this overall with high 80s, low 90s hands. You don't have to worry about losing the puck with this player unless you get body checked. He'll be able to pick up any loose puck with ease. No problem there. Physically, it's another card that's lacking, and his build this time is not going to make up for it. Again, he's only 6'1", 195, 74 body checking, 81 strength. Unless they are a small player like Goudreau or DeBrincat, you're not going to get body checks off with Kyrou. But that's not his job. His job is to put the puck in the back of the net at high speeds. Defensively, his speed is going to make up for the fact that his defensive stats are only average. 85 defensive awareness, 84 stick checking. You can't play him at center at all. But 87 discipline mixed with that stick checking and speed, he'll be fine. Again, A+ card. Last on the list for forwards is 84 primetime Elias Pettersson. Elias Pettersson is 6'2", 176 pounds, and he has the Dangle City synergy, which again, +3 to deking, +2 to discipline, hand-eye, and slapshot accuracy. Elias Pettersson is typically not a meta card, as his weight, balance, and strength attributes don't create the best build. His height helps, however, and with Pettersson's attributes, these were considered outside of normal progression. This card was given to him after a fantastic performance last week. And in this case, his hands category was boosted. As you can see, he has 85 deking, 92 offensive awareness, 92 passing, and 90 puck control. His passing and his other hands categories are actually a +3 above his 85 prime time. And with his abilities, Third Eye, Relentless, and his zone ability, Tape to Tape, you can see that they really tried to make this card usable, even at a low overall. His wrist shot is fantastic. His slap shot is surprisingly below average, despite the fact that he scores a lot of one-timers. His speed and acceleration don't put him behind like it has in previous years. And his defense is fine as well. 6'2". You can't really play him at center despite 80 faceoffs. He's a little bit too small weight-wise. But 87 stick checking, 84 defensive awareness, you can put him on the wing. And with those hand categories and perhaps using Tape to Tape or Third Eye, you're going to be able to open up a lot of opportunities in the middle for your centerman or your left winger. Again, fantastic card. Really like what EA did with this. And just because of the abilities alone, I feel like this card is worth it. Elias Pettersson only costs 5.5 thousand. First up for defensemen, we have Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes is base card, as a matter of fact. Quinn Hughes is 5'10", 181 pounds, and he has the Protector synergy, which will give a +2 to balance, +2 to body checking, +2 to defensive awareness, a +3 to shot blocking, and a +2 to slapshot accuracy. This synergy actually matches up with Hughes perfectly, as it covers all the deficiencies he has, as his defensive awareness is quite low, his body checking is abysmal. When you pair that with his build, you're not going to be able to hit anyone off the puck. But that is not what Quinn Hughes is for. Quinn Hughes is lefty Cale Makar. Now, of course, Makar is the better player by a wide margin, but with silver elite edges, elite speed and acceleration at 90 apiece, and possessing both an above-average shot, at least for a defenseman, and hands, Hughes can be relied on to get pucks up the ice and into the back of the net quickly. He can't hit anyone again. He has below average defensive attributes, as I said, but once again, this is an offensive defenseman. It's a new age offensive defenseman, and if you need someone to pair with a large right-handed defenseman, like maybe a Zach Whitecloud that you got out of the free MSP pack, or something along those lines, Quinn Hughes can be an effective defenseman. The thing I'll say about his defensive deficiencies is that his speed is going to make up for a lot of it. You can't really burn Quinn Hughes down the wing unless you have a McDavid with wheels. He's going to be able to stay close with attacking forwards, but you'll have to use your stick work in order to get the puck back from attackers. Again, do not throw a body check with this player. Last on the list, we have 83 primetime John Klingberg. John Klingberg is 6'3" and 185 pounds with the workhorse synergy. Now, workhorse is actually going to make an already great asset on John Klingberg even better, as his acceleration is already 88, and workhorse is going to give a +2 to acceleration, a +2 to balance, +2 to puck control, and a +5 to strength, and I'll touch on the strength attribute as well later. You can get John Klingberg up to 90 acceleration as a 6'3" right-handed defenseman. That is very, very crucial, as there's a lot of fast wingers out there in Hut right now, and it's hard to find a defenseman that both has the size and the speed to match up against them. 88 speed, 88 acceleration, again, you can get that up to 90. And hands where you don't have to worry about him being, a liability when breaking the puck out. 87 passing is going to get the job done. His defensive stats are also still fantastic. 85 defensive awareness is a little bit low, but his 87 stick checking paired with his height is going to make up for it. His body checking is low at 79, but with a +5 to strength with workhorse and a 6'3" frame, you're going to be able to throw body checks as long as the players that you're checking are around, the Jordan Kyrou height and weight range of like 6'1", 6'2", 190 to 210 pounds. He has a below average shot, but you're not really shooting that much with your defenseman unless you have a Larry Murphy or a Cale Makar. He's not going to be up close enough to get those shots. I think Send It is a good ability for Klingberg. It makes sense, but I don't think it's worth activating. Although, once again, the size and speed on this card is unmatched. Definitely pick up this card if you need a third-line defenseman. And there you have it. 6 players that should be on your budget team for the month of November. Each of these players offered a little something different, whether it was an elite shot, elite skating, or massive size. Remember, budget cards aren't meant to be top players, but if used correctly, they can be a cheap and effective way to round out your lineup. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if so, leave a like and a comment letting me know your favorite budget player. And feel free to browse my channel for tips and tricks regarding NHL 23. I have great guides on behind the net and overload strategies, as well as how to score and how to play defense in NHL 23. The next video will be about the NHL 23 meta, and what really is the meta. So once again, thank you for watching, and ciao.